down.
So not getting anything on November 1st, some families are already going hungry, and it's too much.
In tonight's Big Story Breakdown, we're highlighting food resources in the wake of the shutdown. The Oklahoma Standard on full display as Oklahomans step up to help each other. Fox 25's Rob Hagan shows us the unique approach some are taking right in their own front yards. Rob, what have you seen today?
Well, Adam, these good neighbors started food pantries all their own to feed the growing need. And some of them say they got the inspiration after watching someone make Dollar Tree meals and posting it to TikTok. It says great things are on the horizon on the town sign in Shawnee, and I found them on the corner of Dill Street and Overland Court, where hope thrives on the front lawn.
Her daughter, she hugged me and she thanked me for letting her eat.
Amber Hackett is a mother of 5. When she heard children were going hungry November 1st during the SNAP freeze, well, that was just too much to take.
Children shouldn't have to thank people for letting them eat. It's a right. They have a right to eat, and there's kids going hungry.
Hackett started delivering meals to families in Shawnee, and now she has a drive-through food pantry on her lawn so people don't feel shame. Others even donated shoes.
You are so welcome.
She gets hugs in return.
These kids that are going hungry and their parents feeling like they can't ask for help, and that shouldn't happen. I understand if this doesn't affect you, but it does affect thousands here, and kids have the right to eat. It's a basic right that they're basically being denied right now, and it's heartbreaking.
Hackett started her food pantry after seeing one on Broadway Avenue posted on social media. The totes were almost empty when we got there. So is the free pantry on the 1000 block of Southwest 13th Street and more.
There was a man and his daughter that stopped by. He said that usually they're the ones helping, and this is the first time that they needed help themselves. He's disabled, had a neck injury. Normally I just stay inside, but I was setting up, so they came out while I was still setting up and gave them some meals, and it really touched me.
Diana Mitchell got her inspiration from littlefreepantry.org. This mother of 5 says she's stepping up where the government left off and spent $200 of her own money since she heard 1 in 4 children in Oklahoma rely on SNAP. That's just Wednesday.
I don't think that hunger should be political.
Diana and Amber say they are not heroes, just concerned moms who are feeding the children without a voice and neighbors scared to share theirs because of negative comments on social media.
One mom is putting her thumb through nursing school, and that's why she's on food stamps, to try to better her life. She said, I can't even ask for help on Facebook because I get bashed for being on food stamps. The comments from people who this isn't affecting is horrendous.
Well, what do you get out of all this?
I mean, I got a hug today, so that felt pretty good.
A hug. Now, Amber says she's hosting Thanksgiving dinner, and the community of Shawnee's invited. She'll even deliver. And Diana says she'll supply food as long as she can because she knows what it's like to go hungry. And if you're in need of resources, you can go to okcfox.com because we're good neighbors, too. And by the way, yes, you are, ladies. You're both heroes. Live at Dollar Tree, Rob Hagan, Fox 25 News.
An awesome, inspiring story there, Rob. Thank you. And Fox 25 teaming up with Kroger to make it easy to support Oklahoma food banks and Oklahomans in need. When you order groceries for delivery, Kroger will donate $3 to the regional food bank, helping provide meals for Oklahoma families in need. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to kroger.com/food-drive to place your order and make an automatic donation. As SNAP benefits are delayed, many small businesses also stepping up to help Oklahomans by opening food pantries. We spoke with the owner of Lux Coffee Company, a local coffee shop in Jones. They're lending a helping hand to those in need, all from their shop. This weekend, they opened a free food pantry, offering anyone who needs it to come by and take what they need.
It kind of hits home for me just because when I had my son, I was 19 and I was in, I was a part of the WIC program and the SNAP program. So, I wanted to do, because I can obviously put food on the table. I wanted to be able to help everybody else as much as I can. That way they can come in, grab what they need.
Now they're accepting payment donations and drop-offs of non-perishables, household items, or hygiene products. Stop by their shop, talk to a staff member for more information. Homeland grocery stores in Oklahoma launching a community initiative to support families facing uncertainty about their next meal. The stores introduced a new program called Take What You Need, Give What You Can to help ease the minds of Oklahomans. There's now community bins set up inside every Homeland and Cash Saver store where folks can donate or take whatever they need.
We're doing this because people are in need. So, we did see a decrease in traffic from people not being able to come, but now that the word's getting out, people are actually coming in and taking advantage of the bin. And I have faith in humanity. People have been very good about it. A lot of people come in and donate to it. And the people who are taking what they need really are taking what they need. So it's been a win-win.
Officials with Homeland want to spread the word so more families know they can get help or help out someone else. The employee-owned stores are planning to keep the bins in stores for as long as they're needed. Meanwhile, the Tulsa community is stepping up to help families who rely on SNAP benefits. South Tulsa Community House has been giving away free food to those in need. The organization says since the shutdown, there's been an increase in people needing their help.
We have served more people in 3 days than what we generally see in a month's time frame. We're providing anywhere between 3 to 4 days worth of food depending on the availability that we have. So we provide meat, we get milk, we provide bread and canned goods. We like to give people the same quality of food that we would also eat.
Aside from food, the community house is also giving out other necessities like baby wipes and Pampers. The organization will reopen its food pantry tomorrow at 11. The resource is available on a first-come, first-served basis. Several Taco Casa locations in Oklahoma now offering free meals to children affected by the loss of SNAP benefits. We've got a breakdown of some of the locations in the metro that are offering this deal. If you have a child under the age of 15, you can go to the Taco Casa restaurants on May or Penn in Oklahoma City, as well as the ones in Moore, Midwest City, Yukon, and Norman. You can receive a free kids meal. They tell us a SNAP or EBT card must be provided to the cashier, and each child is limited to one dine-in meal. All these locations will have the offer until benefits are restored. The Oklahoma City Thunder partnering with Homeland and Coca-Cola Southwest to provide resources and meal kits to help support local families experiencing food insecurities. Officials say the kits will be distributed in the coming days through the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma and Tinker Food Pantry. In addition to the meals, Thunder players also getting ready to hand out hundreds of holiday dinners for their annual Holiday Assist tradition scheduled to start this month. The State Department of Transportation reminding Oklahomans about their mobility management program. According to ODOT, this program designed to enhance transportation options for people with disabilities and seniors. They say if you or someone you know need a ride to a local food bank or pantry, the program connects you with transportation to those resources. The Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma needs volunteers to package meals as the need for food increases. They tell us their partners reporting a 30% increase overall in how many people are coming to them for help in the past few weeks. Starting next Tuesday, they say they're upping its volunteer shifts to 50 to 70 volunteers a day as they prepare emergency food boxes. Anyone interested in volunteering can find a link to the application form on our website. The Boys and Girls Club of Oklahoma County stepping up to help ensure members' basic needs are met during this time of SNAP uncertainty, but they need your help by supporting their Grocery Buddy program. Officials asking the community to donate to help provide meals for club members and their families. To donate, search the website link that you see right there on your screen. And Mayor David Holt calling on Congress to reopen the government, saying many Oklahomans struggling with the freeze of SNAP benefits.
And these are people who use this as a lifeline, who depend on this. This is that kind of policy conversation needs to at a different time when people also have notice and can plan their lives. This is playing with people's lives, and it's completely unserious. It's based on politics, and it needs to stop. The American people need these SNAP benefits, and they need their federal government to reopen.
Mayor Holt says he signed on to a letter from the United States Conference of Mayors last week urging the USDA to fully fund SNAP benefits this month. The White House confirms the Trump administration will provide partial funding for SNAP during the government shutdown. It follows President Trump's comments on social media threatening to halt SNAP food aid unless Democrats agree to reopen the government. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt says recipients need to understand it's going to take some time for them to see this money.
We are digging into a contingency fund that is supposed to be for emergencies, catastrophes, for war. And the president does not want to have to tap into this fund in the future. And that's what he was referring to in his Truth Social post.
Comments one day after the administration told a federal judge in Rhode Island that it would tap into a contingency fund to issue partial food stamps this month. Levitt says the administration fully complying with the court order. That was your big story breakdown. You can learn more about the pantries in Shawnee and more on OKCFox.com. Plus, head over to our YouTube page where you can watch all of our previous big story breakdowns. Just scan the QR code you see on your screen or search OKC Fox.